Okay, well, good morning and good day to all you. I hope you're having fun today. It's just after 6 a.m. for me, and I'm recording this because I'm at work way too early. And at this point, it just doesn't feel right for me to do a car vlog. Now, today we're going to talk about the post. There was a post that came out on Twitter where it got community noted, and community notes reposted it saying, "Here's a violation." And what the original post was the Gays Against Groomers account. It's a very similar to a Libs of TikTok account where they will post a lot of disparaging things and put people in a bad light. Now, there is some people out there on the internet where they do want to go this way, but those are individuals. Those are people that honestly, they're not nice people in a lot of ways, and in some cases, it's been really pushed really high in the political sphere and in general to put a bad light on these situations for certain groups out there on the internet. And honestly, it's individuals that are doing these things. I don't see this as a group. I don't see this as a group that's trying to take your kids. There is some out there that believe these certain things, and you can see what's going on with the current administration that's coming in down in the States, and a lot of these programs that seem to influx these things are on their way out. And this is part of the reason why I've kind of stepped away from the DEI situation that you see out there in the commentary community. I see this as a dying sort of topic and talking point. A lot of these things are finally changing for the better, and this is why I've dove into a little bit more of myself and trying to understand who I am and those things. But back to the actual thing, and it's the actual topic here is being a furry a fetish? And it's not. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind it is not a fetish. And the original posting here was you had kids being hugged by mascots or by people in fursuiters, and the Gays Against Groomers account put it up there saying, leave the kids alone. So it's just nice pictures. You got to remember, there's people behind these cameras taking these pictures, and it's just pictures that they found online, and then they post it and make a very disparaging post. And it's not the individuals out there that happen to do these types of things. It's like back with Magic the Gathering community where over half a dozen judges were caught on a registry list where they're not supposed to be around kids. This type of thing is in all fandoms, is in all hobbies, it's humans at this case. And it's not something where it's one particular subsect of people doing these types of things. Yes, it is very disparaging to put up posts like this. Yes, it gets clicks. Yes, it goes out there into the internet. This was also a repost from a community notes and violations account saying that this was a violation of the type of people that are out there putting up disparaging posts. They're trying to bring light that this post was absolutely horrific and not something that should be posted. Now, when it comes to furries, are they a fetish? God, no. I already said that, but no, they're not a fetish. It's a like and taste of anthropomorphized people, or look at Zootopia. If that was the case, would Disney be able to make these types of movies? Would Disney back in the day being able to make the Robin Hood, the Fox Robin Hood movie that came out there where you got a rooster singing, you got Little John, that type of thing would not exist. You wouldn't have animals speaking on camera. And that's what this is all about, is you have animals that can speak and do human things. And now, in today's age, we have things like VR that actually brings this a lot more. And then you have a lot more idea and a standard behind that. I have to say, being in VR, being able to speak to people face to face, and they just happen to be behind an avatar, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's something that I just thoroughly enjoy. Is that a fetish? God, no. God, no. I'm sitting there, I get to goof around and I get to have fun with friends, and I get to meet friends online. Now, yes, there are ones out there that will take this to the extreme, but there's a certain level of involvement that you need to get to at that place. You pick and choose where you want to go. Is that a fetish? No, God, no. Now, I also have seen some other side of the coin. I've seen some things get posted where I think it was in Germany. They had more of a meetup in that sense, and it was a very disparaging view of the fandom in general. These certain things that are out there in the fandom, where you have bondage wear and all this other type of thing, you're going to find that everywhere. You're not going to find that just in furries. You're going to find that in humans as well. And there are some pretty crazy things out there. And when it comes to the furry fandom, I don't see this as a fetish. I see this as more of a way to express yourself, more of a way just to be and do things more in life and be larger than life. This is something that I've spoken about at length at times. Just being larger than life is more of what it's about. Being something more. You know, I went to a hockey game last year. I went to game 3 of the Stanley Cup final, thanks to viewers of the channel. And I wore my orange wig, I painted my face, and I sat there. It was like, what is so different from doing what I'm doing right now? Like, this is obviously down the road. After going to the con and all this, what is so different from what I'm doing right now, dressing up in a wig in face paint, to going out there and putting on a fursuit head and going to something like this? There's nothing really different out there, except maybe you have obscured vision. That's about it. And you're just having the love and support for a team. And that's where the mascots thing kind of comes across. You have Hunter with the Edmonton Oilers. He is a mascot for the team, but ultimately you would see that as a fursuiter in and around a community as well. Now, does that mean that all mascots are fetishes? No, they're not. And, I can't reiterate this enough, that this is not about being a fetish. This is not about being degenerate. Yeah, there is a lot of degenerate talk around the fandom, but it's because there is absolutely no two Fs about what people think. And in a lot of ways, yes, the furries, they get weird. People do get weird at times. And the furry fandom allows you to express yourself and get rid of that social anxiety to speak to people and to do more things. Now, myself, it's kind of weird, just play into it. It is kind of weird for me because I put one foot forward in front of the other. And I am willing to sit there and talk in front of a camera and say things that people are scared of saying. And I will reach out and say a lot of things and be like, listen, I have seen these things. I have looked at the differences in life, and what is being brought up here. The truth of the matter is, that's not real. That's not something that's going on. That's not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation in a lot of ways is we all get up, we go do our day job, we play human and adult all day long. And when it comes down to being able to have fun and being able to do things with friends, it's just all about being more friendly and being more social and just trying to step out of our box a little bit and do something more in life. And if that happens to be I'm stepping into an avatar, if I'm stepping out into the world where there's a convention going on and you happen to put on a tail or a pair of ears or a head, it's something more. It's something that you can do in your pastime, and do something as a hobby, and do something as just having fun with life and stepping away from being a human for once, letting things go. And that's what it's more about. It has nothing to do with being a fetish. Yes, there is a lot of ways they say if certain things happen, they happen, but that's the way life goes. You fall in love with people. You fall in love. Like I have the time of my life. I have a wife. We've been married for 18 plus years at this point. I'm still madly in love with her. And if that was a fetish, then I don't know how well that would last, how well that would really last. And that's the difference here. those types of things, they come and go. And if you're getting up and you're doing in your pastime and all you're doing is getting up and trying to do things in a bedroom and then making it more, I'm sorry, you're just not having fun, and you're making it more than just having fun and enjoying life at that point. You're just trying to put it out there, and that type of thing, it's just not as seen as well in human nature, and that's where the lines of reality kind of go away. The reality is we all get up every day, we go to work, we go home, we have things going on in our lives, and every once in a while it's nice to step back and just goof around and be something more. And that's the way I see it. It's not about, there is no fetish here. There is no degeneracy. Yeah, humans are degenerate creatures by nature. You talk about sexual innuendo stuff all the time. It's absolutely hilarious and probably a cornerstone of comedy. Anyway, I've gone on long enough on this topic. Have yourselves a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow, and I will see you again very soon.